Hi, and welcome to another free-volous episode. So, let's talk about my 2021 skin and skincare favorites, shall we? Just a small disclaimer, if I look and sound a bit worse for wear, it's because I am. I have been accosted by the plague. Sadly, please don't go to work if you have some symptoms and not let everybody know about that. But anyway, I'm fine, just a bit congested, which is hashtag a blessing. So I actually had some time to do this for you because of that. Isn't that neat? Yeah, so let's jump into my skincare favorites. Let me just tell you that when I personally say my 2021 favorites, these are products that I personally discovered in 2021, not necessarily were released in 2021. So these are new experiences that became favorites for me. Let's start with the body section, body and hair. This was a late year discovery, but I'm in love with it. This is the Persian Reed volumizing mousse. It has a long name, abundantly bouncy volumizing mousse. I tried the small travel size, loved it, so I'm sticking to the full size. It just gives me some volume to my hair, prevents it from sticking, to my head too quickly and become oily quicker. So it doesn't feel crunchy. I have it on my hair right now. You can see it looks just washed. So that's what I like in this product. I couldn't do this video without talking about this product. Maybe one of the best discovery of this year in terms of showing results. This is the Paulas Choice 2% BHA Body Smoothing Spot Exfoliant. I've talked about this at a length, and it basically made my back knee almost virtually disappear, and it's completely under control. And I notice when I'm not using this regularly that it comes back. So for me, this really delivered in terms of results in a way that I had not seen anything resulting or working in a long time. Favorite body product, and probably my favorite product of the year, is this little guy. A couple of more products for the body. These are 2 body oils. And I'm talking about both of them because one is from the pharmacy. It's easier to get a hold of, and these are great for hydrating your skin right after the shower. That's how I like to use it, underneath any moisturizer with a scent, because these are basically scentless. And this is the Uriage Barrière Derme Cica oil, and it has that Cica complex that is so famous right now, and it's really nurturing for the skin. It's not too heavy. It works wonders. As I said, I sometimes layer it under other things, and I've used both of these after a surgery that I had, and my skin stayed really plump and refreshed, so it was really nice. Refreshed, not really refreshed, you know what I mean, feeling stretchy and healthy despite all the aggressions that it suffered. I don't know, I've mentioned this once, I don't know if my scars would be more noticeable if I had used something else, because these are the only scars that I have, and these are the only products that I use on them. The other thing is the Retin Oil Pro Repair Body Oil for Scars, Stretch Marks and Daily Care. This is from the Chemistry brand, which belongs to Deciem, and this has a bit of retinol inside, which is good for regeneration, and again, it should be a bit more indicated for scars. Again, I don't know if this has improved my scars more than something else would. On my scar area, I've used this exclusively right after my scars started healing, and I felt comfortable using an active on that skin. This is what I started using. That's what I use it for. But I don't know comparatively if it would work better or worse than something else. But I've been really enjoying them, and I think they're not too overpriced. So 2 good things to go for if you're looking for body oil. Now let's talk about skincare for your face. I have 2 cleansers here. One of them, again, Paulas Choice, the Omega Plus Complex Cleansing Balm. I love this formula. I don't think I have praised it enough. I'll give it enough attention on my videos because I started using it when I stopped making videos as regularly, but This is one of my favorite formulas that I've ever tried. It's fragrance free, which is good for people who have sensitivity to fragrances and or have those extra irritated times in their skins where they cannot use fragrance products. This is a great option, and as a whole is a fantastic texture. It's one of those that is a balm, you massage onto the skin, turns into an oil, melts your makeup really easily, and it all comes off with water. If you'd like, it just emulsifies and goes away. If you'd like, you can also remove it with a washcloth, but it's not necessary, so it doesn't leave that kind of residue that some people may not like. And I don't feel the need to double cleanse with this in terms of leaving any residue. So, fantastic product. The other one I've raved a lot. Evolve Gentle Cleansing Melt. This is one of those luxurious experiences that I really like. Smells so good. I haven't lost my sense of smell, thankfully. Although I'm a bit congested now. But this, again, is one of those products that is a delight to use. It is kind of a oil gel emulsion kind of texture. It's super luxurious. It takes a bit more to become an oil when you massage it onto the skin, but it will become an oil. And it rinses off the same way, and I love both of these. I'd say the Evolve one is a bit more sophisticated in terms of experience because it has a scent, but that's the only dividing factor, and the textures are a bit different, but they're both amazing. Now, in terms of actives, I've been looking through my list from last year and I don't have a lot to add. Basically, I still use my Paulas Choice actives. I still use my Geek and Gorgeous actives. Those are the main products that I love. And the one that I wanted to mention that I've been using a bit more regularly recently is the Paulas Choice Azelaic Acid Booster because of masks, and now I'm directing, so I have to spend a lot of time with a mask on talking, so everything gets completely clogged. And I've diverted a bit from using retinol every day and using this because this has a bit of salicylic acid, so this prevents further breakouts. And I've been really enjoying this product. It's a cream. It's really a nice cream despite being azelaic acid. They usually look very silicone for my liking, but this is really, really a nice cream that sinks in, doesn't have any weight to it. I can use some hydrating layers underneath. I can go with just this. I usually go with a moisturizer on top just because, but this has been my main change this year, from going from full retinol every evening to going to something different, alternating. This is the product that I've more frequently inserted in my routine, and I've been really having some results with preventing those breakouts that I usually have around my chin when I have to spend too many hours with a mask on and talking into the mask. Next up, it's kind of like hydrating and barrier repair kind of products. I have two here. Let's talk about the Vichy Mineral 89 probiotic fractions first. This is a serum. It's easy to get a hold of in pharmacies. I've been really enjoying using this. I just think it's a bit overpriced, but I don't know what causes the pricing on these, so I won't talk about that too much. It's just a viscous serum that isn't heavy. It doesn't peel, it doesn't pill under makeup. At least for me, I don't have any problems with layering it, which is a problem with some hyaluronic acid serums. And this also contains niacinamide, which is a star ingredient on any formula nowadays, and probiotics, again another star ingredient. It's great for, strengthening your barrier, and I really like the experience I've been having with this one. I'm around here, so I've been using it a lot, morning and evening. Next up, Geek and Gorgeous 101 Stress Less. It has some ingredients in there, beta-glucan and madecassoside serum. I don't know, you can look it up. Although the ingredients are different, the purpose is basically the same: calming your skin, preventing it from getting really irritated, and strengthening your barrier. They advise you to use this before or after your more aggressive serums from Geek and Gorgeous, which is the vitamin C and the retinoids or retinal. I like this despite using or not the other serums. Again, it's super affordable. If you can get your hands on the Vichy one, great. If you can't, this one, although it doesn't have the same complex of ingredients, it has others that kind of have the same purpose, and they do deliver. Same kind of thing, doesn't pill under makeup, can be layered, top notch. I noticed on my list that I hadn't mentioned this on my yearly favorites because I was using Medicate. So just to reiterate, I love Retinal. This is a Game 10 from Geek and Gorgeous. I really enjoy this formula also. Maybe not as much as the Medicate one, but this is a fraction of the price. So if you want to try Retinal, you're not sure, you can't afford higher end versions, this is a great one for you to get a hold of. And I always have it on me because sometimes I can't afford Medicate too. So this gets the job done. Also, they start with the 5 if you've never used Retinal, and then when you use up one bottle, you can go up to the 10 one. And I really enjoy this one. I had to give it a quick mention because it's a great product, and we don't have to give out an arm and a leg every time we want to take care of our skins. 2 moisturizers. Disclaimer, these have been gifted to me, but that doesn't mean anything. I wouldn't mention them if I didn't love them. And I love them both. These are from Skintegra, and I love them both. And there's a reason for it. It's the texture, which is maybe it's not a modern texture, I'd say, because usually now people like either the gel water kind of textures in moisturizers or that whipped lightweight silicone texture. I like those. I see advantages in both of them, and I have combo to oily skin, so I should love those. But I prefer unctuous, creamy formulas, and both of these have them. Una, which is the bigger bottle that I have here, is for irritated skin, allergy-prone skin. It nourishes, repairs, and relieves discomfort. This is one of those things that I use when I do my laser treatments. I usually pare everything down, and I stick to Paulas Choice cleanser, and then I use this, and that's it. An SPF in the morning, maybe a little bit of ceramidin spray. And this one is Luna, and this has peptides in the formula, so that's why it's smaller, it's a bit more expensive, and peptides are great for, you know, well aging or prevent further damages on the skin or slow them down, because they will eventually happen if you're privileged enough to grow old. But yeah, this is a great, again, very similar in terms of textures, very unctuous cream that doesn't feel heavy or oily, but it stays on the skin and it delivers that glow that I really love. And I've been enjoying both of these. Luna I usually use with my azelaic acid nights. I can also use it with the retinol. Peptides are great. They can be used with anything, hardly any interactions unless it's copper peptides. It's another story. But yeah, I've been loving these moisturizers, and I'll very likely repurchase as soon as I finish these. I'll go back to them. Now let's talk about sunscreens. Of course, I still stand for my P20 Sun Care for Kids. That's my holy grail sunscreen. But other textures that I've tried and really enjoyed, this is the Uriage Barrier Sun Ultralight Fluid, fragrance-free, dry touch. This is kind of a shaker fluid in terms of the feeling, the texture, the finish. It's very similar. So I'd say if this is far less expensive, despite having 30 mils in your country than the shaker fluid, this is a great option, and it's really portable because it's in a tiny bottle. That being said, shaker fluid is being reformulated into a whole other thing, so it will be in a category of its own next year. But as an everyday sunscreen that is really lightweight, it doesn't weigh you down, it doesn't look too oily. You know, people with oily skin will understand something that doesn't weigh you down and doesn't pill under makeup. This was the one for me last year. And in the winter time, this is the one. This is the Hello Sunday, the one that's serum SPF 45 sunscreen. only used this basically when the weather started going darker and my skin started going a bit drier, because first, it's an SPF 45 and I don't like to risk it. I have lots of hyperpigmentation and melasma, which doesn't react to laser as it should. And at the same time, this is a very glowy, glossy formula. And if you have a dry skin and your hair, this is for you. This, and you love the glossy finish, of course. This is super glossy, glowy, beautiful, gorgeous. And if you don't need anything on your skin except for a healthy shine, you can just apply this, a little bit of concealer if you need it, and you're good to go. I love this. The finish is absolutely glorious. I can only use this in the wintertime because it's too intense for my summertime. I'd say they could have done a better job with the packaging. They could, they could have put it in a pump or something, or something like this, because this is a fluid, but it's too thick for the dropper. But minor details. Last things, lips. And these are two of my favorite lip balms. I think I'm going to make a video just about my favorite lip balms of the moment, because they keep changing. I love lip balms. I have a problem. And these are the two lip balms that I enjoyed the most this year, I'd say. Apart from my Laneige lip sleeping mask, leave me alone, which is always on my night table, and I top it up, or I top everything up with that. But first, the most easily accessible in a pharmacy, especially if you're in the EU, the Uriage Barrière d'Herme Cica Lips Protecting Balm. And this has, again, the Cica complex that we all know and love. And it's a thicker kind of texture. It looks a bit silicone-y, I'd say. And it's thick. I like that. Without being too sticky, and it stays beautiful on the, not beautiful, it stays beautifully on the lips. You can feel it on for quite a long time. It does provide a barrier that prevents further damaging of the lips, I'd say. This one by Paulas Choice is really interesting. This is the Boost Hyaluronic Acid and Peptide Lip Booster with squalane. This was gifted to me again by, this one was by More Than Beauty Store. Thank you, Patricia. And I was so conflicted, because this feels like a lip oil. So this is thinner than a lip balm. But in the long run, with the reapplication, the fact that it has peptides and squalane and hyaluronic acid, I think, yeah, it really does feel like it's healing the lips. But it doesn't stay on the lips, and it doesn't create that thicker layer that I would prefer it to be, so that it stayed there for a longer period of time. I apply this to my lips, and after a bit it has sunken in. So I prefer to apply this, leave it for a minute or two, and then go in with something thicker on top, just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere and lasts a bit longer on my lips. But the formula itself, it's really unique in terms of, I'd say, in terms of ingredients and things that they are trying to make work on the lips. And I feel like it kind of does. So I've been really enjoying this one. It gives a beautiful gloss on the lips once you apply it. Don't get me wrong. It sinks in quickly. And quicker than, let's say, the Colourpop lip oils or Lisa Eldridge lip glosses, which are basically lip oils. This is thinner than that. It looks super glossy and thick when you apply it, but then it just goes in. But it's going into the lips, I guess. So that is it. This was my very winded video on my skincare favorites for 2021. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider leaving me a thumbs up, subscribing, mentioning this channel to some friends that may be interested, and more than anything, leave me in the comments below which are your 2021 skincare favorites, and also let me know what you want to see next from me, because my work-life balance will be restored. It has to be, and I'll be able to do more videos for you. I have to, or else I'll just be lost because I can't do this for much longer. So I'll hopefully be back soon, and for the meantime, I hope you are safe. I hope you're keeping everybody around you safe, and thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video. Happy New Year. Bye.